It's a Saturday. It looks like Shador Sanders is going to be a Cleveland Brown. He got chosen as the 144th pick in the fourth round of the draft, NFL draft. I don't know why I have this going horizontal. Yeah, that's one of the rims that my son left over here behind in the backyard here. Tiny backyard. He's supposed to be selling those things, but he hasn't sold them yet. They haven't rusted or anything. But I just hate to see them when they're still out here when the mosquito season starts to really pick up. Because what happens is a lot of times if you leave things laying outside that gather water, what happens is the mosquitoes, they lay their eggs and that stuff, and that's what breeds a lot of the mosquito population. So I don't know. Maybe he'll get them. Maybe he won't. Maybe I'll end up having to put them out in the street and have them take them away. We'll see. I'm eventually going to have to go in and get the power cord for the phone. I might as well get that done now. Freshen up the drink, maybe. What's up? Just sitting outside, killing some time. No cigars this weekend. Maybe next weekend I'll have a few. This whole month I pretty much laid off the cigars. Even for the cheap ones, I didn't even go out of my way to get any cheap ones either. I'll be back. I'm going to go get the power cord so the phone don't die on me. Yep, it's long enough. All right, we got more power. It's pretty warm today too. I'd say maybe right now it's about 85, maybe 90 in the shade. I'm not going out there. I don't want to burn. Do a couple of these, kill some time. The cats want to come out here so bad. He's hanging out right at the door there. He's wanting to come out here so bad, but I know if I let him out, he won't want to come back in, and I'm not chasing no fucking cat around. So maybe if I share this, maybe get some more. I just shared it on X. I need to be at about 10,000 followers or page. Uh, People who like your page on Facebook, you got to have about 10,000 followers, or people who like your page are at the 10,000 plus mark in order to get monetized with ads there. When I first started making ads from Facebook, when they first came on board with their revenue ads, this is like maybe, I would say maybe 10, 11 years ago, maybe. You could just actually take the code and embed the code in your website, and it didn't really matter how many followers you had on your page or not. What they would do is they played ads on your posts and also play ads on your videos, not just your live or anything like that. So it's just totally different now, man. It's totally different. You want to try and monetize something now, you gotta have loads of numbers. You gotta be able to, talk to people who can, what do you call it? Promote your lives and promote every aspect of your being on social media now. Because so many people are losing their jobs, they're turning to the internet in droves now, and I would say maybe the thousands or the millions to try and make income with what they call a side hustle now, because they're not making anything on their main 9 to 5 jobs. That's one thing of me. Like I've told you guys in numerous videos, who's ever listening, when you get to a point where when you check and you see that you have a sizable amount of income saved up, and you're not really relying on your paychecks to sustain yourself, you can't get to a point where you don't need to be in the rat race no more. You don't need to work a 9 to 5. You could be an independent person working for your own success, your own wealth. I retired at 46 years old. I don't have to work anymore. And my income is guaranteed by law from the government. There's ways to do things, and there's ways that you shouldn't do things. And I'm not talking about no illegal shit either. I've been working since I was 16 years old. My first job, I worked at Burger King in Newark, New Jersey. I said, man, this is no way to survive. No way. I worked there for one week. 1 week. I survived Burger King for 1 week, and I went back to hustling. None of the friends I grew up with, none of them, the majority of them are all dead. They didn't survive the streets. I need to lose a few more pounds. I need to get down to at least 270, maybe 250, 270. After I help Kayla get her car, maybe at the end of this month, or maybe next month, middle of next month, I'll help her get her car. Then I'll focus on getting myself a car for June, maybe. But I like to set goals, and I like to set targets for things, like this happened and this happened and this happened. Just knock them down. Set one goal, knock it down. Set another goal, knock it down. You know. I'm gonna take some time and read chapter 11 now. I soaked the logs of wood, so I'm gonna probably burn that when the sun goes down a bit more. Because right now it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's still blazing ass hot out here. And we're only at like almost 15 minutes, so go ahead and get some reading done. Okay, chapter 11 is done. Really, nothing happened. It's just that the sheriff took the truck identification book over to the kid's house so that he can try and identify the old truck. But because the trucks that he had in his book were like more modern and too new, um, he couldn't pick out whatever truck it was that he saw that day. The truck that he saw that day, that the boy saw that day, it was much older, much rustier, and much more used truck. And the book that the sheriff brought over contained older trucks, but the older trucks were clean. They were like they hadn't been used, so that didn't help none. So they brought over the sketch artist. The sketch artist helped them to make out a sketch, and then little Jason finally said, "Yeah, that's him. That's him." And so then I guess they're going to take that picture and distribute it throughout the state and put out what they would call a bolo, or be on the lookout, or an all points bulletin, as they say. Um, David, he, his mom and his dad took him. They took him over to the shrink, and the shrink is going over him what things cause the monster that he thinks about to take over. Well, he's trying to find. The doctor is trying to find out what triggers him to become that monster that takes over his actions. And that's where chapter 11 left off at. Um, Chapter 12 is coming up next. So it's moving along. It's not too much action going on. It's just moving along at a snail's pace, of course. But I've got about maybe 17 more chapters left. I see one person standing there. Where are you from? You can go ahead and type in where you're from. I ain't trying to scare you. I ain't trying to scare you. It's hot as fuck out here today. I don't. Did you type anything? I can't see if you typed anything. What's this? I just put in live chat. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. So, viewer, where you from, viewer? I see you standing there. I see you standing there on the screen, right? Oh, there's two of you now. Where you guys checking in from? I'm in Tampa myself. Oh, no, it's down to one. I see one person right there. One, I see one. Where you from? Type it in the chat box. Don't cost you nothing. Oh, you fucking asshole. You left. You motherfuckers are creepy, bro. Super creeps. They'll sit there and watch you and like don't type nothing and don't interact at all. We're at almost 40 minutes. I don't know if I could change it. Change it back to vertical. No, that's pause. I'll get it started. Maybe not right now, but I'll get it started later on tonight. I'll just shut it down at 40 minutes. I've been sharing my videos over on Threads, the new offshoot of Instagram called Threads. I've been sharing my stuff over there, and it's like that whole thing with Threads. It's like, what is the point, bro? What is the point? I mean, there's no ads. It's just people posting whatever. And some people are making money off of it. I don't see how, but they are. Maybe it's something you gotta be special to be accepted into, and once they accept you, you start making some money. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down.